Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moffat Books Presents Edge, a virtual book club where every day we give everything. Edge of your dream. Every day, give everything. Escape, read, truth with Moffat Books. Thank you so much for your loyalty and continuing to rock out with me episode after episode, journal entry after journal entry. You guys are literally the strongest edges any girl could ever ask for. And you know the saying by now, if you don't have edges,
I don't have nothing.
As always, before we continue, make sure you hit the like, subscription, and notification bell. That way you are notified every time a new video drops. Also, don't forget to share so we can spread the word of the greatness that is happening here on this channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you head over to my website, moffatbooks.net, to get a copy of my first novel, Hello, My Name Is and I Have Daddy Issues, as well as the interactive guide. And just as a reminder, the interactive guide and the novel pair perfectly together so that you, the reader, can experience the growth journey alongside the characters in the book. Now, today's episode is going to feature journal entry number 6, and the title of that entry is called Accept the Fact That You May Never Receive the Apology That You Long For. This journal entry comes after, spoiler alert, the chapter where the conference goers in the novel have attended this open panel discussion where they are able to ask the main characters and their husbands and other panelists questions about daddy issues and dealing with pain and trauma. Now, there's a specific young lady in the audience who is dealing with a sexual trauma from her past, and she really struggles with how to forgive the people who should have been there for her. And so the panelists make the decision to stand in and kind of serve as a surrogate people to apologize to her. Now, this topic pulls a lot on you emotionally because the journal entry first required you to write a letter to your offender. So you had to pull out all those emotions and all those feelings and write a letter to explain to them what they did to you and how their actions affected you. Then you had to respond to your letter as though you were the offender, and having to imagine what it is that you would want your offender to say to you. That's a very, very, very hard thing to think about. The toughest pill to swallow is that for most of us, that's the closest we will ever come to a real, sincere apology from our offender. With that being said, I want to stand here right now and tell you that I am sorry for whatever it is that you went through. I am sorry that you have had to rebuild and pick up the pieces by yourself because the people who were supposed to be there for you, maybe they failed you, maybe they weren't around, maybe the offender was someone that you trusted and they took advantage of you. And I also want to take the time to affirm your feelings. The lack of apology and or the lack of your offender's ability to take responsibility for what they did to you does not negate the offense. Your feelings are valid. And just know that even without their apology, you have the power to move on and continue in your life's journey, regardless if you ever hear them apologize or not. You are affirmed. Because today's episode is such a sensitive topic, we're going to switch it up a little bit. And I have a very powerful spoken word piece that speaks directly about this topic of not getting the apology that you deserve while still affirming that the offense still happened. I promise you guys are in for a treat. I'm not going to come back and do a regular sign off like normal. So thank you so much again for tuning in. Remember, every day, give everything. Enjoy. Dear dad, dear brother, dear mom, dear sister, dear church, dear pastor, dear offender, I'm writing you from the state of hating you. I know. There's that place in the Bible that tells us that we should not hate our fellow Israelites, NIV, brethren, KJV, sisters, equal opportunity. But instead, we should openly rebuke, confront our offenders so that we don't share in their guilt. Quite the oxymoron, don't you think? The innocent sharing in the guilt of the guilty when the guilty had no problem hogging the spotlight of the offense. The Bible also says that you, God, will prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The gag is, I poisoned the food. With my bitter tears, my tainted heart, my misguided feet, all compliments of the remnants of your offense. It was the catalyst for those tears, the contaminant of my heart, the directions on an old faulty map that misguided my feet towards my own destruction. I hated you. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. MLK. The audacity, while the thought of me using my light like a superhero wielding a sword to smite the monster of darkness you ushered into my life sounds quite sexy. The notion that I'll have to profess my love for you when all I've been trying to do is detest my love that made room for your less than pure intentions makes me sick to my stomach. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. KJV. Wait, I think I missed it. Let's try it again. Let my light so shine before my offender that they may see my good works and glorify my Father, insert my God, which is in heaven. That's cute, but what's love got to do with it? Wait, God is love. All right, let's try it again. Let my light so shine before my offenders that they may see my good works and glorify my love, which is in heaven. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only God can do that they may see my good works and glorify my Father, which is in heaven. I'm forgiving you. Make allowances for each other. Insert my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my religion, my pastor, my offender. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. I forgive you. I can't imagine the things that were done to you that would cause you to trespass against me. I suppose you were once hurt, trespassed against, offended. So please hear my heart as I humbly announce that I don't care. But I will acknowledge your past. Although you never apologized, too cowardly to confess your offense, we were bought by his blood and made free. Your sins were forgiven. I used to wear your offense like a pair of baggy jeans, like an oversized hoodie, like a badge of an unhonored victimhood. Today, I stand here naked, no longer willing to help you bear your cross. Jesus already did that for me. And although what I'm about to say makes me cringe a little, he did it for you too. May my insight give me patience. It is to my glory to overlook your offense. So do me a favor, it's the least you can do. Take hold of your own offense, while I choose to carry on in the fullness of life and that more abundantly. In closing, I'll simply end where I started. Dear friend, dear brother, dear sister, dear pastor, dear church, dear religion, dear offender, I forgave you. Escape.